beyond the food on our plates, there's a hidden cost we can no longer afford to ignore. The conversion of natural ecosystems to cropland has led to mass deforestation, and monocultures such as palm oil and soy are wreaking havoc on our planet. The consequences are staggering. Today, agriculture encompasses approximately 40% of the Earth's land. The global food system is also responsible for 70% of freshwater use and 30% of greenhouse gas emissions. Our insatiable demand for these products is pushing our planet to the brink. Water pollution, diseases, erosion, and forest fires are the cost of our food today. And it's time to change. In Brussels, the Belgian Minister of Climate, Environment, Sustainable Development and the Green Deal commits to combating deforestation and forest degradation. Minister Zakia Khattabi pledges to promote socially and environmentally sustainable supply chains. And as chair of the Amsterdam Declarations Partnership, Belgium hopes to set a good example.
To be clear, I'm not here to distress you so you get out of this room and say, okay, let's forget about it. We're here to see how we change things.
Sustainability is the future, and it's also a moral obligation. So every industry should take it into account.
But deforestation is not just about the environment. Forced labor, child labor, and other human rights issues are all too common in these industries.
90% of deforestation worldwide is driven by agriculture, and a large part of this is really for large-scale expansions. And so we might encounter land-grabbing situations or situations where there are conflicts with local communities and they are just kicked out of their lands and lose their sources of livelihoods.
We have created a food system where the satisfaction of our food is linked to always greater amounts of physical material of soy, palm, and all the rest of them.
Here in Europe, we are consuming products that are directly linked, directly coming from areas that have undergone deforestation, where forests were cleared to make space for agriculture.
3 new EU policies now pave a new way forward. The EU Deforestation-Free Supply Chains Regulation is a crucial step towards improving traceability and transparency in our supply chains. In addition, the Corporate Sustainability Reporting Directive strengthens the rules concerning the social and environmental information that companies have to report. If adopted, the European Commission's proposal for a Corporate Sustainability Due Diligence Directive would require companies to establish procedures that address adverse impacts of their actions on human rights and the environment.
So transforming this system is really at the heart of solving the climate and biodiversity crisis.
The only thing that is important is we are in the right room.
With deforestation-free food chains, countries and corporations can ensure that every step of our food supply chain, from farm to fork, is sustainable and free from deforestation.
A key challenge will be to work on the implementation, on the enforcement of this legislation for it to have the desired effects.
We have to go to the root causes. If not, if we only focus on climate and biodiversity as the only indicator, we might never get there, because we will act on the consequence and not on the origin.
It's also important that as an industry, commitments are set and are common for the entire industry, because in that way you can move forward having the same goal and target.
What's next is to look beyond forests, because nowadays already, and in particular for soy, the pressure is not so much on forests, but actually in savanna and grassland ecosystems. Thanks to the support of some European countries, including Belgium, from the European Parliament, huge support from citizens, also from academics, we achieved to have a revision of the regulation to look at impacts on other ecosystems, and we really hope that this will be successful.
These multi-stakeholder initiatives can innovate with new framework, but frameworks that are effective, the same as for public regulation.
Join us in pushing for strong legislation that protects our planet, our health, and our future. Let's move beyond food to a more sustainable world.